I was just on the phone with someone trying to get a separate internet service from Xfinity because, as you can tell, they continue to coordinate with the judges and the United States government, terrorizing me, violating bankruptcy stays. The judges refused to rule on that, delaying it another 2 months, knowing they violated the stay order. That should have been an automatic resolution there, but they were like, no, going to force me into adversary proceedings so they can get information or evidence of the service being disconnected. It's disconnected. What evidence do you need to know that the service is disconnected? But these are the things that the United States government has pre-plotted and planned that they're subjecting me to. So I was on the call just now with a service provider trying to get internet service. They were fine at first, and then, of course, they started playing games. The United States government hacked into the call, wiretapped into the call like they do all my calls. The person started telling me a story about his daughter, Miss Princess Berry. The reason why he said Princess Berry is because the bankruptcy court, added a McBerry to the case. McGillberry to the case because they like to harass me with the word berry, berries and peaches and all kind of nonsense that they're pulling up from occult books. So the guy on the phone, he starts telling a story about his daughter, and he was playing with his friend, his one of his good friends, Paul, because picking quotes from the Bible. So he starts going down the occult list of the words, the key words that the United States government likes to hack me with, harass me with. And as he's going through this, I'm listening to him go through the cues that I normally listen to while someone's playing these type of psychological games that the United States government does, because they do this deliberately because they want you to know that that they can easily hack into the call, that they're watching you 24/7. That's why they got the neighbor next door banging and tapping on the walls. They have the people driving by laying on the horns, gunning the horns, revving their engines, things like that. They want you to know that you're being watched. That's why they started the show Big Brother, because they want you to know that they pre-fitted your home with security cameras from the Pentagon that they're sitting here watching and harassing you with. So to sum this all up, before we're closing the call, and actually a few times in between, he and I knew it was going to come up, he starts hitting me with the phrase "no worries." And I told you guys, every phone call that I have, the person says no worries. Now, this is not a coincidence. This is engineered by the United States government, just like they've been engineering the AI to give incorrect case citations. After I was submitting correct case citations, they decided to screw with the most recent motions that I was submitting to court, but that won't happen again, trust and believe. And the judge, the bankruptcy court, was like, well, if it happens again, I'm just going to dismiss it. You're not even, I'm not even going to hear it, because I told you her job is to cause discourse, because that's what the United States government has the judges doing. Automatic attitude with the pro se litigant, even though defense counsels, who they should have an attitude with, because they're the ones that are violating the law. But on both sides, the United States government is coordinating with defendants and debtors and whoever else they want to coordinate with, to basically gang stalk and terrorize people on something that they have pre-planned and plotted for years. Something else happened today. A few things happened today. They keep harassing me with a word. Well, they sent me to a location with that word, and I told my pastors about it. I'm not going to go into a deep dive on that here because my pastors have the information. I update them about everything that's going on so they're aware, because the government tried to prevent me from communicating with pretty much everyone. And so they did this so they can play these games and then basically have the court lie. So I decided to alert someone what was going on, which are my pastors. So my pastors are very aware of these little psychological games that the United States government is spending Pentagon dollars to go out of their way to hack a user's phone, while they're trying to get internet service, because Xfinity, the government has them throttling or not providing the contracted speed, overcharging you, overbilling you, and then telling you owe that bill, and then shutting off your service because they have a pattern and practice of ignoring bankruptcy laws with judges that are being paid to coordinate with them by the United States government. It is an injustice system. People are getting screwed, and the United States government refuses to stop harassing me. They have the neighbor over here banging on the wall because they want you to know that they're watching you. They want you to know. Like Big Brother, the movie, they want you to know that you're being watched. Bottom line is, I don't care. I know you're doing it. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care about your little games because I know what you're up to. Just like they have the judge setting my court dates to the full moons. So they're looking at full moon calendars. What if there's a full moon eclipse, a blue moon, whatever type of whatever nonsense is going on. They're looking at that, and then they're selecting court dates, and they're all coordinating together with Cash Patel over in the FBI with his boss Pan, the demon Pan. So this is what's going on. This is what's happening with your tax dollars, Pentagon tax dollars. Gang stalking United States civilians, black women, for no reason at all, none whatsoever. As you can see, I'm minding my business, reading my Bible, but they have a problem with that. So they decided to jump in on the call while I was trying to get internet service because they don't want me to have internet. The last thing they want me to do is have internet. They want to slow down and don't want you communicating. So this is their way of controlling the environment. They do this just like they're controlling the environment, my home environment. They're sending pests, bioweapon pests through the vents. They have the neighbors tapping and banging on the walls. They send by trash trucks. They send by people gunning, gassing their engine to pollute the air. Anything they can do to pollute the air. They have planes flying very close, hovering over my home, dropping whatever they want to, chemtrails, whatever they want to drop. It's all being done by the United States government. And I had to tell my pastors again today, the trucks that they send revving by my home, releasing their brakes, are the same trucks the United States government had boxing me in on the roads. And one of them, they had an individual construction crew release a heavy construction, like a roll cement object from their vehicle. It rolled down the highway. I was in Alabama coming back from work. It rolled down the highway. The car in front of me swerved because they knew it was happening. They swerved out the way, and then I looked and I see this thing coming at me, and so I had no time to swerve out of the way. Next thing I know, it basically totaled the vehicle. Totaled the vehicle. The United States government caused that. Just like they had people driving down on the highway in Alabama, motioning with their hands with a gun. Just like they had Timothy Solomon following me from South Carolina on 400. He got out of his car and executed a deer and asked me first, walked up to me with a loaded gun, which he's not supposed. You're not supposed to have a bullet in your chamber in the state of Georgia. But he drove from South Carolina through Georgia with his bullet in the chamber, following me. The United States government had him do this. Had him do this. Okay? So they know exactly who the person is because he's on the insurance claim. So they know who it is. I reported him to gBI, FBI, DOJ. They don't care because they paid him to do it. Do you guys understand what's happening here? The United States government is retaliating and targeting me because of this civil rights case in Colorado, and they've been at it for years. This case has been going on for over a decade. This is how long the government has been at it, rotating, moving people out in and out of the doors, the townhomes next door, to bang and tap on the walls. This has been going on for a while. The harassment, burning down the other building that I used to live at, burning the next door, burning the whole complex place down, and then having MAA file a fraudulent insurance claim with the DeKalb County Public Safety Fire Department, who's been harassing me with sirens. Same division. They're the ones that so-called put the fire out, the fake fire out. They started. They put the fire, and then they put it out. And then got a little cut of the insurance claim. Next thing I know, I go over to their location. They're all with that little egg, the green egg grills and stuff, because they got a little package for burning down the building. They get kickbacks. They get kickbacks for harassing, going around gang stalking people that read their Bible and mind their business. The United States government.